Hi everybody, so today's topic is going to be about conformity and when you just be a sheep and follow the crowd just because everybody else is doing it and that's the route you should be taking, rather than listening to yourself and thinking, what is it do I really want out of life, rather than thinking, what is it that other people think I should be getting out of life. And it's quite shocking because it's definitely on the rise. It's definitely a lot more out there and you can really see it. And I think social media has a big part to play in that, where everybody thinks, oh, you know, by society's measure, by this age, I should have the car, I should have the mortgage, I should have the kids, because that's what everybody else is doing. And guess what? That's just what I should do, just follow everybody else. And it's really wrong. You know, and when you compare, I mean, comparing yourself to other people is so wrong anyway, because we should all be individuals and we should be thinking of ourselves rather than other people. But the moment you do compare yourself to the Joneses, for example, who have got the kids, got everything, you then feel really rubbish and you think, well, I haven't got that and I should have that because they've got that. And it's like, no, it's so wrong. And there's a quote from Earl Nightingale, and in case you don't know who he is, he's passed away now, but in the 50s he I believe he brought mindfulness to the masses. So he's one of the all-time legends that kind of made it, put it out there really. And if you YouTube Earl Nightingale, some really cool old recordings on there. And one quote that he did say, which is really profound and it really gets you thinking, is, what is the opposite to courage? Now, straight away, I even thought that was, oh, cowardice. And it's not, it's conformity. So what is the opposite to courage? Conformity. And it really makes you think, yeah, because people are just some people are just programmed, and rather than really living life the way that they want to live it, it's just falling into that slippery slope of going, oh yeah, I'll just go and get this safe, proper job because you've got to, not because I want to do it. And by this age, I've got to do this because that's what society and everybody else thinks. And you've got this pressure going on. And you're also probably going against your instincts because you don't want to be doing that. So yeah, it's almost like saying, well, no, I'm going to live my life the way I want to. And I think we don't listen to ourselves enough. We don't give ourselves that credit. It's not society's life. I don't know who's made up all these rules. It's quite scary. It's your life, and you should be living the life that you want to live because you want to live it, not because how you think others think you should live it. And I think that's what you just need to do. You need to stop, take a breath and think, what do I really want to do? You know, and it's funny, again, Earl Nightingale also said, how would you define success? And I thought this straight away. I was like, oh, having the fancy house, the posh car, loads of money in the back, being a millionaire. And he actually put it down to, no, it's actually having a worthy ideal. So it's knowing what you want in life, your goal, and knowing where you're going to go in life. That's success, even if you haven't got it yet. It's knowing where you want to go because it's your decision and nobody else's has made it up for you. And that's really, again, that really makes you think. It's basically doing the job because you want to do it, being a parent because you want to do it, living wherever you live because you wanted to live there, not because anybody else or pressures from society has said that you should live there. So again, it's just really, really makes you think that, you know, it's kind of like this unconscious way of living, of just plodding along and doing what everybody else thinks you should do, and not necessarily because you want to do it. And I think it's a shame because the individualness, is that a word? The individuality, it kind of goes. It's the same when you've got these young women who, there's nothing wrong with their looks, but they all have fillers because they see everybody else has got them. So you've got all these trout pouts and these women looking the same. And it's just like, if they wanted that done, then fair enough. But sometimes it's because of everybody else is doing it. You know, it's even with I'm kind of an example of not conforming. And I don't know if I'd done it intentionally, but now I live that way. But my parents both had banking jobs, and I'm the only one in my family to be self-employed and have my own business. And don't get me wrong, it's it's full on because you're spinning many plates, you're being admin, you're doing the actual treating, you're doing all the research, and yeah, it can get a lot, but at the end of the day, I'm doing it because I want to do it. So basically, it's all about kind of listening to yourself more and what you want to do and what you want out of life. It's your life. It's not, somebody else doesn't own it. Society doesn't own it. It's all about what do you want to do, and the timing is right for when you want things. So yeah, that's what for today's video is about. Don't be a sheep. Do what you want to do because you want to do it. So take